Why, hello, and welcome to another episode of First Chances with Chance. And in today's episode, we're going to be talking about spirituality and how some spiritual beings have powers due to their third eye being opened and their chakras being aligned. Like, I can definitely say that my third eye has been opened since middle school. Like, I've had visions and stuff since middle school. Legitimately. And, like, not just visions of what's gonna happen, but, like, seeing like almost like premonitions, like seeing stuff happen before it happens. Well, so yeah, pretty much seeing stuff before yeah, whatever. Um, but like I literally was just having like a whole conversation with one of my friends, probably last week or so, and like we were literally talking for probably about an hour on stuff about how like spiritual beings are very much powerful. Like I've literally everything that I've been doing, I have pretty much manifested into happening. Um Not stuff that I've been doing, but stuff that's like happened. Like how I'm about to get a promotion. I got the new car. Um Give me one moment. So I am back, and yeah. So what was I talking about before I got disrupted by a text message? That was really important because yeah. Um. Obviously manifested this whole thing too. I love how oh, that's right. I was really talking about manifestations and everything, and then something came up, an offer came up, and I'm kind of excited because it comes with a promotion at work. And yes, and then I'll be able to soon work in the pharmacy. Um, but yeah, like growing up, like even there was one time that I literally saw my nana slip and like fall backwards, and before it even happened, way before it, like a couple minutes before it had, like maybe 2 minutes before it happened. Um, and then all of a sudden she's back up and washing the dishes again. I'm just like, whoa, 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 whoa! I've got to help Nana. I've got to help Nana. Tried pushing past my dad and my pop up, which is my grandfather on my dad's side of the family. We're, yeah, that's what we call him. And which my nana is my grandmother. In case you didn't figure that one out. But like I literally saw her slip backwards, and then she was just back to washing dishes. So I was like, I gotta help her. I gotta help her. She's gonna fall. She's gonna fall. And I tried pushing past them, and I got later like, where are you going? I was like, I need to help Nana. And they're like, oh no, she's fine. She's fine. And right when I was done trying to push past them, she, lo and behold, slipped and fell backwards and almost hit her head on the corner of the counter. I could have caught her, but they didn't let me past. And I'm just like, I literally saw that happen before it happened, you guys. I told my mom, and she's like, yeah, I know. Either you believe me because it's happened to you before, or you're just you're just brushing it off. So yeah. yeah. There's been other visions, but that's the most prominent one that I've had that I vividly remember because, again, why am I yawning so much? Again, it was a family member. So, obviously, it's going to be, like, traumatic. Why is my hand, like, that's, like, closer to the bottom of my hand? Duh. I'm like, why is it so much lighter compared to the rest of my body? And that's how you can tell that I'm getting sun. Like, yeah, definitely getting my summer color back. Before summer's here, I went to the beach the other day and literally was probably out in the sun for 2 hours. Didn't burn, didn't really have any sunscreen on, and I didn't burn. I mean, there were times that the clouds were cut, like the sun was covered, but like it was like the perfect amount of sun to where you didn't really get burnt. God, I'm going so much. But it has been raining a lot, which really does suck. And there's been multiple times that like I've literally like been meditating and just like zoned out and just like went into a higher dimension. Like I smoked the other day. Well, I wouldn't say the other day, just like because I've kind of taken a break from everything and didn't really worry about any of it. Like I've been taking a break because I need a tolerance break. Plus, again the promotion. So I have been have not been smoking for the past like week now. And I honestly like the tiredness. I don't know where it's coming from, but it came from somewhere. That's for sure. But we don't work till 3. So I am good. That's 4 hours. 2.5 actually. Well, 2 hours and 45 minutes. So we are good. But yeah, back to meditating. The other day I meditated. Probably I want to say last week. I was meditating, and like after smoking, I put on meditation music, and just literally laid down, closed my eyes, meditating, and just like at one point I didn't even hear the music. I heard my dad calling my name. Like he had just gotten home. It was just weird because I again I had earbuds in. Like it sounded like it was like I was listening to it from outside of my body. Like hearing my dad's voice from outside of my body. Like I went into another dimension. Which does happen. It really does happen. Um there's been experiences while meditating as well. Like not just going into another feeling like I went into another dimension. It's more or less I've gotta sit up. More or less about like honing in your energy and just like sending it out, physically sending it out and like targeting like a single person, a single being, a single entity, and I wouldn't necessarily say that it would. Yeah, it's definitely not what. Why can't I remember her name? The Scarlet Witch was doing in Doctor Strange. Definitely not that. But I would definitely say. Was it Doctor Strange or was it the end of WandaVision? I feel like it was the end of WandaVision, but it's definitely not that. Like I've been able to hone in on like one of my friends before and got like a whole aura reading from them. Like they were in love. I like they're still like that couple is still going on. Like I feel like I kind of did that. Not I mean like I kind of predicted that with the whole like pink aura around them and everything. And then like it was like it literally I literally saw words saying love, love, love. And that but then there has been instances with another friend where it just went straight to like a gunmetal like stealth black, I would say, not gunmetal. Um, and it just like I saw words going across it saying "help me, help me, help me," and that's what scared me the most. I feel like that's another thing that why I haven't been able to do it again lately because of that whole entire incident. But we will be right back from this break in a little bit. I can definitely say that I have had lucid dreams. Like there's times that like I don't know what happens, but there's been times that I've gotten hurt and just completely felt it in real life. Like I wouldn't consider that lucid dreaming though, but like I've definitely I don't know what happens with the human psyche during that whole entire thing, but it definitely is strange. Like I once had a dream where I got pushed off of a cliff and fell onto spikes, and I felt the spikes puncture my back, and it just, and I woke up right after. Half the time when it's like that, it's not like a lot of my dreams aren't like me like looking out from my eyes. It's more of like me seeing like watching myself, and it's so weird. Like I don't know if you guys have had that. Like that's what you guys how you guys dream, but I don't know. I don't know. But furthermore, I definitely know that I've had lucid dreams. Like there'll be times that like I'll be slipping deeper into like REM and just be able to like say once I say this is just a dream, I get pulled out of that dream. I see it literally looks like I'm literally just standing there, like watch myself sleep, and then I get sucked back into the dream, and I'm able to control everything. It's like really cool. And then there's other times that I've literally been like either waking up or almost about to fall asleep, and I feel as if I'm like awake, like I guess I am like awake in a dream, and I just like there've been times that like I know that it's not real, and because like there have been times that my mom's taken my phone, okay? Like that was when she was still paying for my phone. And I would somehow have my phone charging next to me still, and I like this is in the dream. So I'd be like there'd be times that I'd just like come to full realization. I'm like, wait a minute. How can I have my phone if my mom has my phone? And then that again, I'd get pulled out of that dream and then sucked back in and able to just control it, like walk around and everything. It's really, really cool. And like I've had that dream a lot, like where I would have been like probably the same dream within the like a month straight or like a couple weeks straight of where I'd just be laying in bed, wake up and like get my phone when I wouldn't have my phone and just like start texting or put in earbuds, and then somehow I'd wake up with earbuds in and I'm like, wait a minute, what? Like, was it a dream or was it real? I cannot tell the difference sometimes. And I'm just like, at times I'd be creeped out, at times I wouldn't, but it would be so freaking cool. What? Makes no sense, but whatever. Their logic, whatever. Um, but yeah, I would completely be like I would know that I was asleep. I fully would know that I was asleep. Did I throw that box away? I think I threw that box away. And it's supposed to go into the recycle. But yeah, like it again, it's really cool. Um, and again, it's really cool. There's been other times that like I've been shot and been able to feel it. There's been like it's either injuries or I just wake up like I'm in a dream and then and I'm still in my bed. There'll be times that I'm able to just watch myself sleep. It's creepy. Those ones are creepy because I'm just like nah, goodbye. I don't like this. Um, that it would definitely, I would definitely say that that's what Scarlet Witch was doing in her, or even Doctor Strange. Doctor Strange was able to do it, but he had to be asleep. But Scarlet Witch, she was able to do both. Like she was able to be wide awake and like while reading, she would read the whatever book it was. I don't remember the name of it, and still be able like use her um other self, I guess you can say, and just voila, like what was she cleaning or something? I feel like she was reading the book and cleaning the cabin at the same time at the end of that episode. I mean, at the end of WandaVision, after she flew away from the town. Crazy. But I'm gonna go ahead and take a quick break. I've gotta go flip my chicken balls and or turkey, whatever they are, barbecue something, and put them back into the toaster oven to finish cooking for the rest of the for the last 9 minutes, I guess you can say. Also, want to make sure that they don't get stuck to the aluminum foil. And there goes my timer. I will see ya. So, now that we are finished talking about dreams, there is definitely a difference between auras and the color of one's soul. Because, like, my friend the other day told me that I have a white aura, which means that I am definitely in tune with my spiritual side and my with and being able to use my third eye, um, which is definitely really cool. But I have had visions of my soul, which, well, twice actually. I've had two visions of my soul. It's blue. Like, I wouldn't say necessarily sky blue, but like it's a, like, you know how there's those rivers in like movies and they're like super clear? That kind of blue. Like a mixture of that and sky blue, I would say. Or sky blue when it is like super blue. Not like the light baby blue that you see in the sky during the day, but like a like pure blue in a way. I guess you can say. Um Not true blue, but little lighter than that, I would say. Kinda not a blue like this blanket, but definitely a blue. Probably the blue that comes with an Amazon Prime bubble envelope. If I can see that correctly, because my mom has a package at the other side of the couch. But yeah, like I once was listening to um, female energy. This was also part of my realization of me being non-binary as well. So I was listening to Female Energy Part 2. I don't even think that there's a Part 1. So it's weird that she named it Part 2. Um, but like I was on the bus listening to Female Energy. This was in the peak prime of my spirituality as well. That I saw a whole vision of my soul just floating around in space. Also, I did a recently did a painting of that vision. So yeah, so fun actually. It was really fun. I love that painting. Like that painting is one of my favorite ones. I did some little added details to it as well to make it a little bit more me. Like I added a galaxy, I guess you could say, like like a galaxy. And so I God, I can't wait for my promotion. But yeah, like I saw my soul. That it didn't really have any genitalia. There weren't any boobs. Um, there wasn't any male genitalia at in the nether regions. It was just like floating and everything, which I love my soul. I love my soul. Um, but yeah, like it didn't, and then I was in the realization of, oh wow, like I'm non-binary. Like there wasn't, and like I love myself for that. Like I truly love myself and all of that. As a spiritual being, I definitely can say that I don't necessarily feel. I mean, not necessarily see the aura. I can usually feel like the aura. I don't know. I don't know how to truly explain it. I just know that like once like I guess I do see it. I just have to focus my energy on on somebody, but not asleep, not trying to meditate. I just focus that energy, and then I start to see it. Um, no, I'm not crazy. The other day, one of the Cabo tenders slash one of my friends at this point, came up to me and asked me, "Hey, Chance, what color is my aura?" And I looked back and I guess I focused in that energy, and I started to see like a green. And my friend, that was the same day that we were having the conversation, and it was just like she even confirmed that it was green. So like I truly know that I was accurate. Wasn't I was doing it right. I got like auras. Oh, I do have to practice a lot more with auras. I will say that, but with that validation, I truly know that I did see it right. Um, Not that I would have seen it wrong. It's just like, again, I need practice with that and being able to hone my energy in on it. Um, there's been times that, again, I wouldn't necessarily say that when I was meditating that one time or those couple times, it was more of like the reading. And when I read people, because she's been begging for me to read that relationship. My old friend had been begging me to read the relationship, and do I see it lasting? Because she knows that I am a very spiritual being. I am in tune with the higher powers and all of that. And she was like, "Is this relationship gonna last? Like, do you see it lasting?" And I was like, "Oh yeah." Like, he literally would go and visit her at work when we worked together. And, like, they're still together till this day. And it's been a little over a year now. I just feel like that pink, it's not her aura. Her aura is definitely, like, strong and, like, a royal purple, I would say. Um, while the pink, when I think of pink, I think of love. So like that's the connotation that I put to it. And again, I even saw love just like floating across, like almost as if it's like a string. But we are gonna go ahead and take another break so that I can go ahead and get my food. So yeah, auras and the color of your soul are completely different. And I've got chicken balls, not actual balls of chicken, not actual chicken testicles, because that would be disgusting. But now we are on to spirits. A lot of spiritual beings can see spirits. I mean, we have been able to, like, mediums. Those are spiritual beings. Sometimes they are fake, sometimes they're not. Sometimes they're times, depending on where you go, that they are frauds. Salem is one of them, because at that point it's where the witches were burned and all the Salem witch trials. So they want to hold on to that tourist attraction of, oh, witches live here. Yes, some witches do, but most are not authentic. Like, one of my friends went to Salem and they even said that, like, hey, all of them there were charging an arm and a leg. One, because it's Salem, and that's where the Salem witch trials were. But, like, the readings were so inaccurate. Like, when I do readings with, like, tarot cards and all of that, half the time, like, it's intuition half the time with those cards. Especially, like, the connotation of swords and all of that. It is very much intuition. But, again, it's the eye of the beholder whether you want to spend your money on something like that, or, like, why would you spend $60 on a reading? I definitely wouldn't. I mean, some people might, but is it authentic or not? If you're doing it authentically, you're not gonna. I wouldn't charge that much. Well, I guess some would say, well, that's just you. But no, like, I've had this discussion with a couple of my other spiritual being friends, like spiritual friends, and they even said, like, we wouldn't charge an arm and a leg to do a reading for you. Like, the most that we would charge is maybe $30. Because, like, it's a passion of ours, not something that we want to make into a career, because at that point, our powers would just be abused. Our powers are a ebb and a flow. Once we tap into, like, drain that energy, there's not going to be there's nothing there left there anymore. And that's when the burnout, the spiritual burnout happens. Which you do not want to. It's still steaming. Whoa! And, like, once you reach spiritual burnout, it is 10 times harder to regain that spiritual energy than regular burnout. Regular burnout, you could rest and relax a couple days, go to a spa, go reinvigorate that energy, and you'll be fine. Spiritual burnout takes so much longer. Yes, you can go to a spa and do all of that, but you also have to meditate, all of that, refocus that energy, pull that energy back in. Because if you don't, you're not getting, like, it'll take you a lot longer to get that energy back in. And speaking of meditation, it was also mentioned with that one portion that I said that when I had, like, the meditation music in and everything, I felt like I was Stargirl from the book. not the Disney movie, the book, because I really don't know what they did with that movie or where they pulled that inspiration from, because definitely was not the book. And now for spirits, they like we're able to see spirits like mediums can. We're sometimes we see flashes. It's not a lot of the times mediums can fully see the spirits. Some of us, like me, we only see like a shadow of like the spirit walking across. There's been many times that I've seen like spirits of dogs, just like running across the street. Spirits of cat, like animals, on four legs, running, and I'm just like, whoa. Like the other day, I want to say a dog. I couldn't really see it very well. It was bigger than a cat, I would say. Um, but yeah, fully. Not everybody's able to see the animals. Some of us were able to talk to the dead while asleep. Our sleep is where we're the most powerful as well. Anybody? But again, everybody's powers, I would say, are different. Some are the same. There's only like I wouldn't necessarily say telekinesis but like being psychic has multiple meanings. Is all I will say. As I end this episode, and I hope you guys liked it. If you guys have any spiritual or psychic stories that you guys want to tell, text or leave a voicemail to 561-320-7085. Again, text or leave a voicemail to 561-320-7085. DM First Chances with Chance on Instagram. Or if you guys are watching the video portion, just comment down below. Bye guys, love you!